So, Tomi, what led to that bashing on The View?
Well, there is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history.
Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh my gosh. 1930 census says Tomi's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German. She didn't speak English either.
Okay. And really what she did is prove that my family came here legally, but what she was hoping to do was try to call me a hypocrite for believing in merit-based immigration. We understand that we are a nation of immigrants, and I am proud of my heritage. However, I do believe that the immigration crisis of today is apples to oranges from what it was in the 1800s when immigrants came to this country legally, were documented.
I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, you know, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah.
So why do you think you've resonated with so many people?
I think, in large part, I represent Middle America. So you've got the two coasts, and those individuals seem to kind of just talk to each other. And then you've got all of Middle America right there that's dying to have a voice. They don't really feel like they have one. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German. They're not represented, you know, beyond their communities. So I think they watch me and they say, well, you know, she speaks like I do. She thinks like I do. She seems to maybe get it like I do, and I think that's why it's resonated.
So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we on the right believe in immigration.
It all started when Sunny Hostin decided to reveal Tomi Lahren's family history on live TV, believing she had the ultimate mic drop moment. Sunny disclosed that Tomi's ancestors, immigrants from Norway and Germany, didn't speak English for years after arriving in the US. The intent was clear, to portray Tomi as a hypocrite for advocating merit-based immigration while descending from non-English speaking immigrants herself. But instead of crumbling, Tomi anticipated it. She calmly pointed out that her ancestors came legally, worked hard, and sought no government handouts, completely flipping the narrative. What Sunny hoped would embarrass Tomi ended up reinforcing her arguments on legal immigration and self-reliance.
Yeah.
Zero. And no desire to talk about her time there, really, either.
Well, all of this loss occurred before the age of 12.
Yeah, I can't imagine it, actually. I can't imagine that.
In the end, what Sunny discovered wasn't a scandal. It was a story of legal, traditional immigration, the very thing Tomi supports. Sunny came to the debate armed with genealogical receipts she thought would humiliate Tomi, but it blew up spectacularly. Instead of stumbling, Tomi calmly used the Ancestry revelations to highlight the major difference between historical legal immigration and today's illegal immigration crisis. The fact that Tomi's great-great-grandmother didn't speak English wasn't the insult Sunny hoped it would be. It was a predictable, understandable reality for European immigrants in the 1800s.
These crazy tariffs are going to inure to the benefit of no one, especially the working class and the middle class. I think once the economy starts tanking.
Tomi didn't even have to get defensive. She allowed Sunny's attack to unravel itself. What was intended as an ancestry ambush turned into a masterclass in staying cool under pressure and flipping a personal dig into a political win. For viewers at home, the takeaway was simple. Tomi came prepared. Sunny came with drama. Only one walked away stronger. Instead of adhering to policy, Sunny veered into personal attacks, transforming a complex immigration conversation into a reality TV drama. Viewers were stunned by how quickly the show devolved from discussing borders and policy to hurling accusations about deceased ancestors. Yelling about a great-great-grandmother who didn't speak English didn't seem like a serious critique. It felt like digging for dirt. Even audience members who might politically disagree with Tomi were left cringing at the messy theatrics. By attempting to personalize the debate so aggressively, Sunny shifted the focus to personalities instead of policies, and in the process, weakened her argument. It wasn't a debate, it was an ancestry roast, and viewers weren't impressed by the spectacle. Greg Gutfeld, never one to miss an opportunity for a savage roast, chimed in with a brutal breakdown.
People have to wonder, where does Sunny Hostin get her opinions? Like you said, and it's obviously from her husband. She has to tell her what to say on The View, because without it, she's got nothing up there. She's not very bright. But the problem with her is that she went full racist.
He mocked Sunny for weaponizing Ancestry while ignoring her own skeletons, namely that Sunny's family tree has its ties to European slaveholders, as revealed in Finding Your Roots. Gutfeld joked that throwing stones while living in a glass house wasn't a smart strategy, especially when Sunny's history wasn't as pristine as she might like to portray. His commentary reminded audiences that if you're going to attack someone's family tree on national TV, you better be absolutely sure your own doesn't have any hidden surprises. In doing so, Gutfeld amplified Tomi's win and reinforced the impression that Sunny's attack was reckless, petty, and spectacularly short-sighted.
And all of a sudden, we were surrounded by security, and we were telling them, no, we want to hear from our viewers. Like, we're cool with this. Like, this is wonderful that they love the show so much. It was kind of incredible.
Throughout the ambush, Tomi Lahren sat there cool as a marble statue, calm, smiling, and immovable. No yelling, no interruptions. Just that steady, self-assured energy that made it clear she wasn't rattled. In contrast, Sunny became increasingly emotional and reactive, losing the cool demeanor needed to carry an argument home. Tomi didn't just survive the confrontation. She showcased why staying poised is sometimes the most devastating comeback of all. Viewers saw the stark difference. Tomi stuck to policy points.
That has nothing to do with the illegal immigration crisis of today that we must deal with. But they don't want to acknowledge that.
While Sunny looked like she was grasping for viral headlines. In the world of political television, emotional control isn't just a bonus, it's the ball game. And on that stage, Tomi played the long game to perfection. The moment the clip went viral on the internet, it became a sensation. Twitter timelines lit up like Christmas trees in July. Memes poured in, hashtags trended, and keyboard warriors from all sides rushed to choose a side. Tomi's fans hailed her as the queen of calm comebacks, while Sunny's defenders scrambled to reframe the incident as a bold, truth-telling moment. But the overall sentiment? Even neutral viewers agreed that Sunny's attack seemed petty and backfired significantly.
Listen, I think that after 2 years of a Trump presidency and a Trump administration, I think during the midterms, there will be a referendum on the fact that he is likely to tear apart families.
Overnight, the confrontation evolved from a mere TV moment into a full-blown culture war flashpoint. In the era of social media, perception is everything. And no matter how the spin masters tried, the image of Tomi calmly brushing off Sunny's bombshell resonated far more powerfully than any snarky headline could. In one of the biggest plot twists, it turned out that Sunny herself isn't exactly free from complicated ancestral baggage. Her own family history, uncovered on PBS's Finding Your Roots, revealed that her European ancestors were slaveholders. This revelation completely undermined Sunny's frequent grandstanding about racial justice, privilege, and historical wrongs. Instead of strengthening her attack on Tomi, the knowledge that Sunny's lineage includes oppressors created an uncomfortable irony. Critics pointed out that if Ancestry defines credibility on immigration and racial issues, Sunny might have even bigger contradictions to answer for. The whole situation served as a brutal reminder. When you make personal history your weapon, it can, and often does, backfire spectacularly. Instead of discussing real immigration reform, border security, or policy solutions, The View descended into personal mudslinging about family trees. The audience wasn't left smarter. They weren't given new ideas to chew on. They were handed a viral spat dressed up as political commentary. The whole debacle exposed how much daytime TV has traded substance for spectacle. Immigration, a serious and emotionally charged topic, deserves a thoughtful debate. Instead, it became a circus act where ancestry records mattered more than legislation or national security. The sad truth? That's the norm now. Political theater wins airtime. Viral drama wins headlines. And honest, substantive conversations lose every time. While Sunny scrambled to explain herself and quiet critics, Tomi seized the momentum like a seasoned PR pro. She hit the interview circuit, leaned into the narrative that she represents Middle America, and posted memes showing herself wrapped in patriotic symbolism. She didn't just survive the attack, she turned it into free branding. Tomi's supporters celebrated her resilience, while even some undecided viewers admitted she handled herself impressively under pressure. In today's media world, the person who controls the narrative wins, and Tomi expertly reframed the entire incident as proof that her views on immigration, merit, and patriotism still resonate with millions. In a debate where the goal is to trend without losing dignity, Tomi won by a landslide. At the end of the day, nobody really talked about fixing America's broken immigration system. No policies were debated, No solutions were proposed. The entire conversation was hijacked by personal attacks, genealogy gossip, and viral sound bites. Viewers didn't walk away with a better understanding of merit-based immigration versus open borders. They left entertained but uninformed. And that's the saddest part. Immigration isn't a reality show. It's a real, pressing issue that affects millions of lives. However, until political debates stop rewarding petty drama and start rewarding actual ideas, discussions like this one will continue to spiral into sideshows. If anything, this showdown proved one thing crystal clear. In modern TV politics, winning the viral moment matters more than winning the argument.